few months ago I installed OEM rear view camera on my Maverick X3 Turbo RR. This kit comes with the camera, and it also has a little monitor inside of the rear view mirror. And during installation I noticed that there is additional extra video input included with that monitor. So I thought that would be a really good idea to have front view camera, since sometimes you are really in close spots and you want to see like what's in front of you, and it's not really visible from inside of the cabin. So I searched online, there is nothing available, so I decided to develop my own kit with that front view camera, something that's going to be plug and play and plug directly into existing OEM rear view camera kit. After checking front of the vehicle, I decided I'm going to mount that camera to the front grille. That grille is pretty secure and it's bolted, so it should be able to carry a little bit of the weight of additional equipment. To remove the grille, you have to remove the top cover. And there are two plastic fasteners that you have to remove with M8 box wrench. I already removed them, so now I have to like pull that grill out. It's got a couple of clips. So grill is removed, and I'm now gonna take it to my office and scan it so I have exact shape where to fit that adapter for the front view camera. So after removing the grill, I have to scan it so I have exact geometry that I'm gonna work with. And I have quite a few high-tech toys here available, and I'm not afraid to use them. So today I'm going to be using my laser scanner. And first thing, when you start laser scanning, you have to attach those reflective targets, which will help me later align both sides of the model. And especially it's very important to have those targets outside so they can be visible during my top scan and bottom scan. And then I'm going to be able to align both of them with my software, and I'm going to have like full 3D model. I'm going to start scanning from outside of the grill. And then after I'm done with outside, I'm gonna flip it over and I'm gonna scan inside of the grill. So now you can actually see the grill appearing on my screen during the scan. Now I have inside and outside of the grill scanned, and I have to use my laser scanning software to realign those two halves. So like right now they are in kind of like random position. To align parts, I have to pick up some points on both scans. And the rest is done, going to be done by the software. So I'm done with aligning. Took a while because files are really big. And you can see inside, outside, looks like we got pretty good model. You know, all the details that I'm interested in, they are there. So I'm done with my laser and laser scanning software. Now I have to start working with Geomagic, you know, software that allows me cleaning up that model a little bit, and then I'm gonna bring everything into my Autodesk Inventor and actually design adapter bracket for the camera. So now I opened my scan in Geomagic software, and I'm gonna use that software to clean up that model a little bit, because scan files are really huge. You know, they are point clouds, and they are like in hundreds and hundreds of megabytes in size. So, and also I'm gonna use that software to find out origin of the scan, to move it, you know, into XYZ origin. So it's gonna be easier for me to design that adapter in Inventor. So I imported my scan in my Autodesk Inventor software. I also made a model of the camera that I want to use. And I designed adapter plate. And because I don't want to like thread holes in the plastic, in the grill, to hold the camera, I also designed backup plate, which is going to be made out of aluminum. It's going to have threaded holes, so actually camera bracket is going to bolt directly through the grill to the backup plate. So this is how it looks on the CAD. So next step is going to be manufacturing those brackets. And now I imported my solid model into GipsCam software, so I can program the CNC. So this is like third software that I'm using for making that part. So I already have tool paths selected, and I can simulate manufacturing. It actually shows me what is going to be done during that operation. This is other side of the part in GipsCam software. And also I have my tool paths selected. I'm going to drill holes, do outside profile, and I can also simulate. And now is the time to send it to CNC and actually manufacture those parts. So here is my front camera mounting kit already made. I made it out of 6061 aluminum, red anodized. I put my company logo on the bottom. You have 2 screws for fastening that adapter to the backup plate, and shorter screws for fastening camera to the adapter. There are also 2 small set screws that you can use for adjusting tilt angle of the camera. So if you want to see something closer to the vehicle or a little bit further away. I had to use my adapter plate as a fixture and drill 2 holes through the grill so I can reach my backup plate with the screws. So now I'm going to install that adapter bracket to the grill. So to get this stuff going, I have to line it up with the grill, and I'm going to put those long flathead screws to like hold it in place. Then I got my backup plate. And now I'm going to install that camera. And for torque settings, for installing the camera and the bracket, we're going to use German specs, good and tight. My front camera installed. I run all the wires through the back of the grill, put some zip ties to secure them. Also, I had to drill a large hole through the side of the shroud that surrounds radiator, so I can put video cable through. And then my video cable actually runs inside, back of the radiator, and enters the cabin through that big rubber boot that all of the cables, all the connections are going through. And then inside of the cabin, it runs under that center console to the back of the cabin where all the connections are. And here is my front view camera kit. It includes the camera, extension video cable, mounting brackets with the fasteners, and there is also a bonus, which is that accessory splitter cable. This is not necessary, but I found out that it's really helpful. Canon suggests that you wire your rear view camera directly to the battery. I did so, and one time I forgot to turn off my camera. Next week I came and my battery was totally dead. So I rewired everything using that accessory splitter, and now my camera only works when ignition is on, which prevents me from additional headaches and accidental battery discharges. Here's my front view camera kit installed. Let's bolt it to the front grille. Now let's take a look inside. Monitor is inside of the rear view mirror, so I just turn it on. I see my back view, front, back again. I hold it for a longer period of time to turn it off, so I got rear view mirror again. And now let's go to the back, and here is my rear view camera.